Texas.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The world powers surrendered to the Iranian nation's will. Those are the words of Iranian President Rouhani. It should not surprise any of us that the Iranians view this agreement as a win for them, a loss for us, and a loss for a safer world. Iran's foreign minister boasted, "We did not agree to dismantle anything," referring to their enrichment activities. He's right. Iran not only gets to keep its infrastructure intact, it gets to keep enriching, or it gets to keep its yellow cake and eat it too. The UN has voted on 5 occasions saying Iran is cheated in its nuclear capability, and they should not be able to enrich at all. In one deal, Iran just wiped away all of those UN resolutions. When the United States negotiates a deal that makes the UN look tough, we got a problem. Just as bad, none of the changes agreed to are permanent, and verification is difficult. Hours after Iran signed the agreement, their top nuclear negotiator bragged on Iranian TV that they could, quote, return to the previous situation in 1 day. In reality, estimates suggest the Iranians could still achieve nuclear breakout capability in 6 months. This agreement doesn't force Iran to stop its nuclear program. Rouhani is a snake oil salesman. He sold poison medicine to us, and the State Department gave away the farm and the mineral rights in exchange. This agreement bars Iran from installing nuclear equipment at its heavy water reactor, ARAC, but allows them to continue to construct its nuclear reactor. The problem is that ARAC reactor size and design is too big for a peaceful reactor. Experts say it more closely resembles a nuclear weapons facility. Well, no kidding. When asked if he thought that ARAC could be used for peaceful purposes, former State Department Nonproliferation official Robert Einhorn said, yes, it could. A 12-inch hunting knife could also be used to spread jam on your toast in the morning. In this deal, Iran will get a $6 billion in cash payments over 6 months. Iran also gets billions more as companies who were sitting on the sidelines out of fear of the sanctions now see it's okay to do business as usual with Iran. This could inject about $20 billion into Iran's economy, according to sanctions expert Mark Dubowitz. The Iranians know there is no enforcement mechanism once a final agreement is reached because all sanctions will be lifted. Despite what the White House says, it will be nearly impossible to restart punishing sanctions if Iran cheats or lies. You can't turn on sanctions, can't turn them on and off like a light switch. I talked to Prime Minister Netanyahu right after this deal was signed. He is correct. This is a bad deal for Israel and a bad deal for the United States. The only leverage we had on Iranian hardliners was tough sanctions that brought the economy to the knees. By easing sanctions, we have blunted our sharpest tool to get a peaceful solution. We have made it really peace less likely. This is a flawed appeasement deal that gave away too much to Iran. It's similar to Chamberlain's appeasement to the Nazis in the 30s, where the Allies boasted of peace in our time and got World War II. I think we will see this interim deal extended for another 6 months while Iran continues to enrich and march closer to a nuclear weapon. Iran has agreed to freeze its nuclear enrichment. They must dismantle their nuclear weapon program, not just freeze it. The Iranian supreme leader hasn't changed his goal. He has said he wants to destroy Israel. He wants to destroy the United States. I think we should believe him when he says he wants to get rid of us. So Congress cannot wait. We should pass tougher sanctions, not let up on sanctions at this time. And that's just the way it is, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Judge Poe.